From the moment it comes into view across the lake, the Minnesota Timber Ranch Deluxe sets the tone for a home that balances familiarity with bold new ideas. This is a reimagined version of a fan-favorite Golden Eagle design, expanded in all the right ways, with over 1,000 additional square feet, a sweeping walkout wall framing the lake, and an enlarged lower level ready for everything from recreation to relaxation. This home brings luxury timber living to a completely new level, and the result is a home that feels both familiar and completely transformed. As you enter this grand space, the home opens beneath soaring 10-foot wall heights and cathedral ceilings, all framed by exposed mortise and tenon timber trusses engineered by Golden Eagle. These trusses don't just enrich the ceiling, they shape the entire experience. One frames the kitchen, another defines the dining area, and beyond that, the structure lifts over the main gathering space. Each area feels distinct, yet visually connected. The kitchen is anchored by a welcoming granite island, part workspace, part gathering spot, and fully connected to the dining and great room spaces. It's the kind of spot that stays busy from morning through evening. Around the perimeter, the cabinetry features an elegant inset design, giving the kitchen a refined, furniture-like presence. The refrigerator and freezer are each concealed behind matching cabinet panels, allowing the appliances to blend quietly into the backdrop and keep the focus on the timber structure above. Along the cooking wall, a 48-inch range takes center stage, paired with a custom metal hood that anchors the room with a sense of craftsmanship and weight. On one side, a pullout keeps knives, ladles, and spices within easy reach. On the other, a divider organizes trays and baking sheets, thoughtful touches that make the space feel both efficient and elevated. Lighting plays a major role in the character of the room. Individual sconces above each window create a warm glow, while lighting in the toe kick, under the cabinets, and above the upper cabinets layers illumination throughout the space. Overhead, substantial pendants mark the island as the heart of the kitchen. The island itself pairs beautifully with the black walnut live edge dining table beyond, a material tone that repeats in subtle accents throughout the home and ties the entire main level together. Just off the primary work zone, a dedicated coffee and prep area makes everyday routines feel special. Here, a pull-out microwave tucks neatly into the cabinetry, paired with a prep sink and space for a coffee maker. Glass front wall cabinets, softly lit from within, display meaningful dishware and decor. Just beyond the kitchen, the pantry becomes a seamless extension of the workspace. An automatic door opens with a gentle nudge, perfect when your hands are full coming in from the garage. Inside, a full-width refrigerator on one side and a full-width freezer on the other offer generous storage for everyday living and entertaining. Long countertop runs make unloading and prep easy, while a mix of closed cabinetry and open shelving keeps essentials within reach. A sliding barn door adds a second access point and ties the pantry back into the home's timber detailing. Near the kitchen and dining table, what looks like framed artwork reveals itself to be a cleverly disguised television. With its matte finish and realistic image, it reads as art until it's switched on. When not in use, an ambient mode keeps it quietly in the background, supporting the room instead of dominating it. The great room itself centers on a towering fireplace chase, clad in quarry stone used throughout the home. The browns link seamlessly to the wood and timbers, while the grays pair perfectly with the industrial accents whispering through the design. A large backlit clock becomes a focal point above the fireplace, turning the stone mass into a luminous showcase wall. From here, doors lead out to the deck and outdoor recreation spaces. We'll explore those a bit later. For now, another key design move deserves attention: the stair. This redesigned stair runs along the side of the great room, creating a clearer flow through the main level. At the top, a loft tucks into the roofline with a quiet reading nook, an additional bed, and soft natural light, a comfortable retreat overlooking the space below. With its height and warm timber detailing, this room feels inviting the moment you enter, a true haven for guests. Just off the guest bedroom, the main level bath blends warm finishes with clean, modern detailing. The floor is laid in a herringbone tile pattern. Inside the shower, soft gray subway-style tile wraps the walls, while a pebble-inspired shower floor adds natural texture underfoot. A clear glass door keeps the space bright and open, and the vanity pairs rich wood cabinetry with a granite top that echoes the materials found throughout the house. Next door, the office, noted as a bedroom on the plan, is elevated by its vaulted ceiling. That added height brings an airy architectural feel to the room, whether it's used for work or as an additional sleeping space. The master suite brings a quiet sense of retreat to this side of the home. The bedroom is anchored by a substantial ridge beam overhead, with large timbers stepping down into a refined band of wood that highlights the height and structure of the space. It's a calm, elevated take on lodge-inspired design, warm, open, and intentionally crafted. Natural light fills the room through two large casement windows and a full glass door leading out to the deck. With the hot tub just outside, the suite flows easily from morning light to evening relaxation. Wall-mounted sconces above the nightstands free up the surfaces and place the lighting exactly where it's needed, making the room feel both tailored and effortless. Stepping into the master bath, the space immediately feels refined and thoughtfully composed. The vanity stretches across the room with an elegant marble top. Deepened at the center for both presence and function, paired with wall-mounted faucets that keep the surface clean and uncluttered. Above it, sculptural lighting and a wide mirror create a bright, welcoming focal point. To one side, a private toilet area includes subtle night lighting that responds automatically as the room darkens, a small detail that adds comfort to late-night routines. The walk-in steam shower is a true highlight. Tile wraps the walls and continues across the ceiling, giving the enclosure a polished, custom-crafted feel. Soft, diffused light enters through obscured glass windows. Just beside the shower, a tub designed with aging in place in mind offers easy access without sacrificing aesthetics. Across from the vanity, a timber feature inspired by a piece the client discovered in the Design Center showroom adds both architecture and storage, giving the room a warm, personal touch. Just beyond the bath, the layout flows naturally into the master closet, continuing the efficient, connected design that Golden Eagle is known for. Stepping from the closet, you arrive in the laundry room, where pedestal-mounted machines lift the washer and dryer to a more comfortable height. A Jurassic countertop pairs with a durable 18-gauge stainless steel sink, creating a hard-working space elevated by its material choices. Nearby, one of the Timber Ranch signatures appears, a powder room tucked just off the laundry and close to the garage. Ideal for quick trips in and out. In the mudroom, reclaimed planks from the homeowner's family barn create a meaningful backdrop for the island artwork, a piece that features the small island just outside the property. Railroad spikes add another personal touch, and the carved nickel finish brings texture without sacrificing easy maintenance. A nearby closet and garage entry keep the space practical and organized. The attached garage is finished as a true extension of the home, fully insulated, trimmed with the same hewn profiles used inside, and built to the same level of detail you see throughout the main living areas. In the original Timber Ranch, the space above the garage served only as storage. In this deluxe version, Golden Eagle transformed that attic volume into a true living space that can sleep up to 10. Natural light pours in from both sides, with views toward the lake and clear sightlines to arriving guests. Finishes here are just as refined as downstairs. An additional bathroom up here brings the home to 4.5 baths, up from 3.5 in the original plan. The staircase leading to the finished lower level becomes a crafted architectural moment of its own. Quarry stone continues down the wall, visually connecting the upper floors with the level below. The timber treads are hand-hewn, a finish unique to Golden Eagle, and they're paired with substantial timber handrails for a bold, structural feel. Powder-coated aluminum balusters bring in a subtle industrial edge that complements the home's overall material palette. At the base of the stairs, the finished lower level opens into a generous family room, a comfortable gathering space with room for shuffleboard, pool, and a table for cards or games. Large windows and the walkout design make this level feel connected to the outdoors, not tucked away below it. Just beyond is the bar, anchored by a warm walnut top with black granite on the working side. The roof structure over the bar, inspired by Golden Eagle's iconic Timber Lake floor plan, creates a distinctive architectural moment. Behind it, open display shelving, closed cabinetry, and ample counter space make entertaining effortless. A base refrigerator, sink, and half dishwasher keep everything convenient without overwhelming the space. The stonework on the bar's exterior ties back to the materials used throughout the home, and a reclaimed style railroad tie at foot level adds a personal touch that echoes the stories found upstairs. Just off the bar, a door opens into a chilled wine cellar. Step inside, and the temperature drops noticeably. Wine is displayed with a sense of theater. Up lighting and indirect lighting along the upper trim and ceiling wash the bottles and stone in a warm glow. The familiar quarry stone appears once more, adding texture and continuity. Because the room is temperature controlled, details like a proper threshold and full weather stripping around the door are critical, ensuring a stable environment. Timber siding surrounds the wine cellar, giving it a rich, grounded feel that stands apart from the other finished spaces downstairs. Across the lower level, you arrive at the home's theater area. Instead of solid walls isolating the room, a railing, the kind you might expect along a loft or stair, separates it from the adjacent spaces. That choice keeps sightlines open, so your eye flows through the level, while still defining the theater as its own zone. Within, Tiered seating has been carefully planned. Each seat is electronically controlled by remote, letting guests find their perfect position for movie night or game day. Around the corner, a flex room serves as a dedicated craft space. With an egress window, it easily qualifies as a bedroom if needed. Everything in this room is neatly labeled and organized, the kind of purposeful, hobby-friendly space that new construction can provide. Another bedroom on this level accommodates a king-size bed and a large closet. Thanks to the peninsula setting of the property, the window here looks out toward the lake, supported by a boulder-lined retaining edge outside. The scale of the window and the natural light make it hard to call this a basement bedroom. It feels very much like an above-grade room. Nearby, a room currently used as a workout space serves as a dedicated gym. This room, too, could become a bedroom if needed. The flexibility is built in. Throughout these lower-level rooms, the trim remains anything but standard. Baseboards are 8 inches tall with a hewn finish and roughly 1.5 inches thick. It's a small detail, but it reinforces the sense of custom craftsmanship at every level. The lower-level bathroom introduces a feature that's actually present in all the home's baths: a humidity sensor. Instead of flipping a switch, the exhaust fan turns on automatically when humidity rises and shuts off once the levels drop again. It's a simple, invisible system that makes everyday living easier. Here, the bath includes a tub, an important inclusion for grandchildren or guests of all ages. The ceiling isn't tiled. Instead, the room's regular ceiling finish continues over the tub, making the space feel taller. A herringbone pattern, echoed from other parts of the home, adds one more layer of continuity. At the lake-facing edge of the lower level, a Four Seasons room bridges inside and outside. A massive wall of sliding glass panels opens the entire space to the outdoors. When fully retracted, the Four Seasons room becomes part of the patio and yard. When closed, the panels lock into place with simple latches, and one section acts as a standard door for everyday use. A large ceiling fan helps push bugs out of the seating area when the room is open. Clever vertical wood storage runs down to the tile floor, right beside the wood-burning fireplace, making it easy to sweep and keep clean. Step through the glass wall, and the property opens into full outdoor living. A lakeside fire pit creates a natural gathering spot for cool evenings, with the shoreline stretching out just beyond. And instead of a simple storage building, the boathouse here functions as a true hangout, complete with an outdoor bar that turns this end of the property into its own destination. A main feature wall is capped with a mortise and tenon, Douglas fir timber truss, smaller than the trusses inside, but still substantial, echoing the structural language of the interior. Along the lake-facing edge, the railing is thoughtfully chosen. When you're standing above grade and looking down at the water, bulky railings can spoil the view. Here, cable railing provides safety with minimal obstruction, letting your eye pass right through to the lake beyond. In the upper gable, cedar shakes add texture and charm. Roof overhangs extend out from 2 feet to 3 feet, creating a craftsman-style roofline with both function and character. The primary exterior cladding is Golden Eagle's 12-inch double-hewn timber siding, a profile you'll see increasingly in their homes, and one that's exclusive to Golden Eagle, giving the walls a rich, dimensional look. A wood-burning fireplace on the deck becomes a natural gathering spot throughout the year. Above it, what appears to be a reclaimed timber mantle is actually crafted from concrete, textured to look just like aged wood. Underfoot, The surface uses an epoxy-like flooring, engineered for the high use demands of garage floors and for year-round outdoor exposure. The entire surface is heated as well, quietly melting snow and ice throughout the winter. And just around the corner, a path leads toward the secondary garage. The secondary garage is designed for serious storage and serious fun. Inside, a lift allows vehicles or toys to be stacked, effectively doubling the usable floor area. It's a perfect solution for boats, cars, and recreational equipment. Above, a storage truss system mirrors the footprint, offering a full second level of usable space. Wrapping back around toward the front of the home, another eyebrow roof mirrors the one on the deck side. The garage doors themselves are oversized steel units, but the rich, textured finish gives them a warm, handcrafted presence. Craftsman-style fixtures flank each door, adding scale and soft illumination in the evenings. At the entry, a covered porch introduces a thoughtful sense of arrival. Maintenance-free decking keeps the surface clean and durable, while live edge rails, a distinctive golden eagle detail, pair beautifully with the hand-hewn texture of the woodwork. Massive 8x8 hand-hewn posts support the porch and frame the 8-foot front door, proportioned to match the volume of the interior. Step through that door, and you're right back in the world of soaring trusses, rich finishes, and carefully choreographed sightlines that define the Minnesota Timber Ranch Deluxe. Since 1966, families across the U.S. and Canada have trusted Golden Eagle to build their forever homes. If you loved this home, tell us in the comments, and check out more tours right here.